You could accidentally break a law just by chewing gum, feeding pigeons, or naming your baby the wrong name. And no, these aren't ancient myths or internet jokes. These rules are real, enforced, and still very much alive today. Every country has its quirks, shaped by history, culture, and sometimes pure chaos. So, let's take a fast, curious trip around the world to uncover the strangest laws and customs you probably never knew existed. By the end, you'll be wondering how travelers survive without a rule book. Number 10. No chewing gum chaos. In Singapore, chewing gum is basically public enemy number one. Selling it is illegal, importing it can get you fined, and sticking it under a seat might cost you serious money. This all started when gum kept breaking subway doors and ruining public spaces. The result? Streets so clean they almost look fake. Next time you chew gum, remember, somewhere in the world, that's a crime. And speaking of rules that clean up behavior, let's head to Europe. Number 9. Flush carefully. In Switzerland, it's considered rude and sometimes illegal to flush your toilet after 10 p.m. The idea is simple. Noise is treated as pollution, even inside your own home. Apartment life means respecting your neighbors. Even your plumbing has a bedtime. It's polite, it's quiet, and it makes late-night bathroom trips slightly stressful. Now let's move somewhere where politeness gets even more specific. Number 8. No smiling in official photos. In Japan, smiling in passport or ID photos can get your picture rejected. Neutral expressions are preferred because smiles can distort facial features. So, your happiest grin might not make the cut. It's one of those moments where joy meets bureaucracy, and bureaucracy wins. Which of these surprised you the most so far? Now, let's travel to a place where fashion choices can land you in trouble. Number 7. High heels forbidden. In Greece, wearing high heels at ancient historical sites is illegal. Why? Because sharp heels can damage priceless ruins that have survived thousands of years. One careless step could erase history. So if you're visiting the Acropolis, comfort shoes are just smart. They're mandatory. Next up, a law that's more about names than shoes. Number 6. Naming rules gone wild. In Iceland, you can't just name your baby anything you want. There's an official naming committee that approves names to ensure they fit the language and grammar. If the name doesn't work linguistically, it's rejected. Imagine filling out baby paperwork and being told, try again. From names, let's move to something much more personal. Number 5. Mandatory belly covers. In some regions of Thailand, touching someone's head is considered deeply disrespectful. The head is seen as the most sacred part of the body. Even friendly gestures can be misunderstood. Tourists learn quickly that good intentions don't always translate culturally. And that lesson becomes even clearer in our next stop. Number 4. No left-hand handshakes. In parts of the Middle East, using your left hand to eat, greet, or give items is offensive. Traditionally, the left hand is associated with hygiene tasks. So, offering food or a handshake with it can insult without a single word spoken. Manners aren't universal. They're local. Now let's head to a country where animals get surprising respect. Number 3. Cows have the right of way. In India, cows are considered sacred in many regions. They freely wander streets, block traffic, and nap wherever they please. Harming one can lead to serious legal trouble. If a cow stops your car, you wait. The cow always wins. And now, a law that feels like it belongs in a cartoon. Number 2. No feeding pigeons. In Venice, feeding pigeons is illegal. Once romanticized, pigeons began damaging historic buildings and overwhelming public spaces. So now, feeding them can cost you hundreds in fines. Love the view. Take photos. Just don't bring breadcrumbs. And finally, the weirdest of them all. Number 1. No dyeing allowed. In the town of Longyearbyen, Norway, dyeing is technically illegal. Because the ground is permanently frozen, bodies don't decompose properly. So, seriously ill residents are moved elsewhere before death. It sounds absurd, until you realize it's about science, not superstition. The world is full of rules that feel strange until you understand where they come from. What seems weird to us is often perfectly logical somewhere else. If you enjoyed this trip through the world's strangest laws, hit like and subscribe for more curious stories. And next, check out our video on the most bizarre things tourists accidentally do abroad. Because sometimes curiosity is the real passport.